So I'm a little late on making this video simply due to the fact that I was waiting for the trade deadline to pass because I wanted to see if Howie Roseman would actually go out and get Torrey Smith or whoever to help out this struggling wide receiving corps. But no, it doesn't. So that's one thing I'm disappointed about, but that's not what this video is about. If you were any Eagles fan who actually has access to any outlet like ESPN, Bleacher Report, whatever, which, I mean, come on, who doesn't? Josh Huff, wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles, was caught speeding on the Walt Whitman Bridge this morning. But to make matters worse, he had possession of marijuana and a gun. Like, let's think about this logically. Speeding isn't that bad, but one, it's on a bridge, so that kind of makes it worse. Secondly, you have a mixture of weed, speeding on a bridge, and a gun. Those three just sound terrible to go together. We don't know what's gonna happen to him. The reports on it were very vague and everything, but this morning, that's what I woke up to, and I freaking prayed to God that we would pick up Torrey Smith. And about like 10 minutes left before the deadline passes, I get word that we're only going to give up a 5th round pick to get Torrey Smith when the 49ers are asking for a 3rd round pick. In my defense, in my opinion, I think we should have given the 3rd round pick. Simply because 3rd round pick, like, I get if you don't want to let go of that 1st round pick. You just got that back. 2nd round pick, if we have any, yeah, that's fine. 3rd round pick, I'm pretty sure we can go without a 3rd round pick. But you're really going to try giving him a 5th round pick? Like, you need this guy. You need him so freaking badly. And now that Josh Huff has been arrested for doing whatever he did this morning, we don't know what the charges are yet. Who the hell knows what could happen? And our freaking wide receivers are already crappy enough. It's ridiculous. I can't. What else can I say? I don't have any other words. And Nelson Agholor. Hey, bud. Okay. You can't talk. I'm being real. You were drafted in the 1st round last year, right? We expected big things from you. And, I mean, come on. You're almost like I'm sorry. I'm really flustered right now. You're almost like Jeremy Maclin in a way. Like, the way your body is built, you resemble Jeremy Maclin. But you don't play like him. And last year, I gave you the benefit of the doubt. You were a rookie freaking wide receiver, 1st round pick coming into this system where you're running nonstop. 24 seconds, you'd run another play. 24 seconds, you'd run another play. I get that. But this year, you have no room in your right mind to talk because in the end, how many times are you getting the ball and how many times are you contributing? Because last time I checked, Jordan Matthews was targeted 14 times, caught 11 of those 14, and one of those was a drop from the stupid trick play by frickin' Peterson. He decided to do a trick play, give the ball to Huff, and try to throw it down the field. It almost was a touchdown. Huff just threw it a little bit too inside, so Matthews couldn't reel it in, which, I mean, okay, but Nelson Agholor, you can't be talking when you don't do absolutely anything to help contribute to the struggling wide receivers right now. I've said it before. We limit Wentz, we limit the offensive playbook way too much, but the fact that you can't get open, what are you doing to help us out? Why are you the one who's so upset. Like, if you are upset because you can't get open, why don't you say something about changing things up, maybe to help benefit you and the wide receivers because you can't get open. Instead, you're going to come out about drop passes, and I know that was the question asked by the reporter. I get that. But that's not the concern, at least not from you or a majority of the team. The team isn't making drop passes. It's the fact that Wentz can't get anyone open. The fact that Wentz has to make plays happen until someone decides to pop out of nowhere and be like, hey, throw the ball over here. That's not how we should be playing football. And the fact that we almost have won the 3 games that we've lost, if you really look at them, we haven't lost by more than 7 points against any of the teams we've lost. That is a miracle, and that is something to be proud of, in my opinion. But all 7 of these games, we should have won. Nelson Agholor, you're not doing absolutely anything to contribute to this team right now. You had like 1 catch and you were targeted like twice in that game against the Cowboys on Sunday night. Why are you the one talking about drop passes when you should be the one trying to get open and not drop passes? But you're not getting open. No tight ends are helping either. Absolutely no tight ends are out there on that field half the time. Jordan Matthews and Dorial Green-Beckham can't do everything. That's a fact. And now that we might lose Josh Huff for however long, if that happens, we don't know. Everything's really vague right now. We have no clue as to what's happening with him. But Josh Huff doesn't do anything either. So Nelson Agholor has no room to talk. He needs to shut his mouth and actually get open and try to make some plays happen because he is not doing anything at all to help out this team. Darren Sproles does more than you, and he's not even supposed to be a wide receiver, but we use him better than we use you, that's for sure. Just when you thought the wide receivers and the Eagles situation couldn't get any worse, it just gets worse. The same old thing, man. Every year. Same exact thing happens every freaking year. A shame. I feel bad for Wentz, to be honest with you. Wentz is... he's our franchise quarterback, and I know I say it every single time we lose a game. We're rebuilding, and shouldn't be that big of an issue. But these wide receivers right now, they are killing us. This defense is putting everything on the line, and these wide receivers can't get open. Now Josh Huff is arrested. Now Nelson Agholor is talking shit. And now everyone's going to turn to Nelson Agholor, and this is where the fans are going to start losing it for him. Like, when you do this, Nelson Agholor, the fans aren't going to back you up. And this is a message to the coach. I almost said Chip Kelly. Well, this has nothing to do with Chip Kelly. Doug Peterson, stop acting like Chip Kelly. The hurry-up offense was used in a majority of that second half, and it did work to a certain degree, but that playbook was barely open, and it barely changed at all that entire game. And I was freaking saying it on Saturday night in my freaking preview video. Change up your freaking game. And stop playing so conservative. Be aggressive. Score a field goal when you're up 23-16. You win the game. With 5 minutes left, you win. Instead, you're going to punt it and risk your defense like that, dude. Your defense is tired. And then in the press conference, everyone is... I didn't watch it because I didn't want to watch it because I know what he's going to say. And he is an embarrassment. And the way that he handled that press conference on Sunday remind me of Chip Kelly. He doesn't admit to his freaking mistakes. Like, he doesn't blame himself because he's the coach. Everything that happens because of him. And he didn't blame himself at all. It reminded me of Chip Kelly in a way. Chip Kelly would always blame the team on execution. Doug Peterson, he was just saying that he needs to be more aggressive. And that, yes, you do. But other than that, you never gave yourself any of the blame. When your name is all over the blame right now, dude. Like, for real, you You are to blame for that loss. You are to blame big time for that loss. Now Josh Huff is arrested. Now Nelson Agholor is being a fucking bitch. Like, this team offensively needs to get its shit together. Jim Schwartz, I wish you were the head coach half the time, to be honest with you, because you were doing a hell of a job on defense. We did so well against Zeke Elliott and Dak Prescott. We got an interception in the end zone on Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, right now, he's the best quarterback when it comes to not turning the ball over. And he turned the ball over in one of the worst positions you could ever do it, and that's at the 3-yard line. Like, defense, you are doing a hell of a job. Offense, get your shit together, especially the wide receivers, especially your head coach making those play calls. Because seriously, I said it yesterday, the Giants are not going to kid around. And with the loss of Josh Huff, if we lose him, it's not going to help. Nelson Agholor talking like this, losing the trust of his fans, of the freaking teammates, the whole entire staff. Like, keep talking shit like that. See what happens. Bill Belichick wouldn't take that. And, like, come on. I don't know. I've had enough of this rant already. I'm just gonna go do whatever. You'll see my picks video tomorrow. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Fly, let's fly. Sacred Eagle out.